Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in the Cyclist Tactics with Altdorf Postal Services and their little journey from noobhood to Grand Tour Masters. So far we have come that far, and it's looking pretty good. That was a slightly unexpected win in that last tour of ours. Check it out if you have missed our exploits at the Vitesse Spring Open. Anyway, let's get back into the game and see what kind of tours are waiting for us today. Oh, happy times. Oh, happy times. Look at that. 2 major fitness peaks are coming up, as well as one of the, let's say, easier tours. And we do have competition in here. Giga Cola Sports, Hydrovane Power, of course, Carl Seidel and company. But we now have Gerhard Seidel at level 6 with a major fitness peak, skilled into uphill and downhill. So that is looking pretty solid. Look at his stats there. That's 84 energy at 9 E per T and 23.6. Not bad at all. So let's get into it. Just for good measure, we do need to do some scouting, and we find Jonathan Keller. Yeah. And a little bit of a unicorn there as well, who's not very useful. Nothing obvious in here. Let's take Arthur Hoffmann, because he is already almost leveled, and he has a very nice stat distribution. It's very quick and quite useful. A little low on recovery, but you've got to put your point somewhere. Let's take him. Oh, that is a sky race, okay? My god, that final climb. There's no respite anywhere. It's like, what is the least steep section? 8%, right there. And then the final here is a 7%, it looks like. But, wow. And this looks like the escape group got through. Max Möller. Look at that. Max Möller must be some talent that they have picked up. It certainly suits them. Won't complain. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Gronwald Winter, Vladimir Smirnov, and Felsbach. Jonas Winter. Okay, yeah. He's very solid. And there was not all that much cobble. It's only this climb that... Oh, nah. No, still well done. Was a tough one. Now let's get to WilRho Rhone Tour. What do we have on the menu today? We do have a hilly stage with 2 climbs straight up front. That is giving us a nice chance, and another one right at the start. And this is a big one, right. So this looks like an easy grab of the Mount Jersey, because we have points very early on, and then just one big one that is going to the winner overall. I assume this is going to be a first category climb, so 7 points there. These are 3-pointers, so there's 9 points to grab, and then there's 7 there. That is not going to go to the Mount Jersey guy. So this is possible, and I think we should, with so much helpers and fitness peaks, should try. Oh, Klaus Fuchs is also on one. Right. Yeah, definitely going to do a Mountain Jersey run with Klaus. And Samuel is our main helper. And then Andreas Heinrich can also help out. Or should he try to grab the mountain points? He's very quick. Gerhard Seidel is going for the overall. He needs to win that one. Okay, Andreas Heinrich is very low on points. But with these so early, I think he can make a run for it. He is so damn fast. I don't think he has any competition there. Oh, and it is starting us off on a Mountain 14. How nice. How nice of it. Uwe Sommer. Yeah, he's looking strong. Theo Walter is along with us, but he has the usual issue of being rather slow overall. And then we have Victor Alvarez, but he has a -1 in mountain, which is going to kill him on stage 3. Andreas Heinrich to the back, and then Gerhard Seidel can stay here. And there we have the attack going. David Molina. Oh yeah, we have seen him before as in the role of the attacker, haven't we? Wasn't that with Max Bush? I think I remember that. Anyway, here we go. We go with that. Gerhard stays there. And now, what do we need to do for the others? These are already 4 riders. Oh yeah, easy. Look at that. Only 1 attack point gets Andreas to there. He's just a phenomenon. Continuing my attack, just using a bit of energy. We are going to be so empty. Just need to make sure that I'm saving a few attack points because his recovery will be awful. And get over these in an efficient manner so that we can have time here to recover a little. Okay, well, big move. Massive move. He has so much power. It's amazing. But he's not going to last long. Only 31 energy left. And using another 9 of them. Yes. Okay, but that basically gets the job done. Wow. He can ride an 8-8 to almost get over it. I'm going to go here and then just jump with energy over the rest. And that takes exactly 0 energy. That makes our recovery process a little faster. Nice! So we did grab 6 points. Oh, okay. They mean business. The peloton is jumping all the way from here to there. That's a big move. But I do think Andreas actually wants to spend those free energy and... or rather not recover the free energy and spend free energy to then... to catch up and get into P3. Let's see if he can recover some there. Otherwise, he needs to drop behind and do so by himself. Needs to just finish those 3 stages, right? Before the time limit. Oh, they moved the perfect distance for recovery. Love it. Okay, now definitely is the time to get to a forward position with Gerhard and company, because this next move isn't going to be quite as easy with the slipstream cut there. Called it. Wow, that's a big jump. Alright. And now it's definitely time to get into P1, because this is going to be jump next. 10%er, no slipstream basically. So, yes, peloton might be lost. And Gerhard wants to be part of this gang going along. Is this our chance here already? Look at this. We're in a good position, like right at the back, so only we can decide now what to do. But look at this move. This is a tech sector, right? And the next move is not through a tech sector if it is landed at the back end of it, which is there, or there. We can reach this point. All the favorites are still in here. The P0 is looking like they can still put in the full move. But Klaus Fuchs can barely follow that move. Can we get enough efficiency? Can we power out Klaus Fuchs in the follow-up moves to give Gerhard some time on the rest? This is looking tough. It looks like within the next turns we will be able to move to here, the start of the tech sector, without wasting too much speed. So you know what? I think we're going for it. This could work out. It's unfortunate that we are in the wrong position here with Gerhard. Should be behind Klaus, but I don't think Klaus would be able to reach. So maybe this is the best position. So let's go for it. This is a max attack. Doubly max attack for both Klaus and Gerhard. We might just be a little bit too weak here. Ooh, okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay, it does look like we're 2 nodes short of the place that we do want to land at. But this is the right play. I mean, we're saving Gerhard's attack points. He can make the next move and then probably doesn't even use max attack there and can then move into the finish. I checked that. That's the move to make. 6 slipstream there, 6 energy for Gerhard. Let's see how it goes. Where are they getting to? Oh, some attacks. We still have a few nodes of advantage. Okay, next turn, and we can, with a max attack, get to here. Does that leave us with enough power to go? Yes, it does. So that's the way to do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, we have a big advantage here. I think we did it. Gerhard Seidel has the advantage through the technical. So we're going to use him to pull. He's also slightly faster still. 7-4 instead of 6-4. And there we come through the... Yes, and Klaus can do so. Through the finish. Beautiful. 1377. Now we just need to hold our advantage over the competition throughout the next 2 stages. Oh, that's not a big advantage though. That's a sliver of a margin. And there we go, 0.19 turns advantage. With both Gerhard and Klaus. Maybe we can go for the double here. But that is a little too ambitious. No, Klaus is going to remain our main guy for helping Gerhard secure the win that our team so desperately needs. Second stage will be just about surviving and maybe grabbing a few points in the sprint. Does that sound right? Yeah, Klaus is a little hammered from that effort there towards the end. But he has recovered enough to be of help. And yeah, maybe sprinting with Gerhard is not his forte, of course, but we can try. The other recoveries do look about right. Yeah, 48 there for Andreas Heinrich. It's enough to grab the first mountain rating, isn't it? So, let's do that. They're really going for these 14% sectors here. Oh, and I already see... Well, Samuel is just following along. But if there are no attacks coming here, then... Nope, there's... the peloton moved to there. That's fine. Gerhard has both mountain and downhill, so he doesn't care. And... that was an easy one. No one tried to escape, so we just need to use 1 attack point. Or we could even go without, but no need to. So 1 attack point, peloton can't follow, and that means we grab the mountain points. And the favorites are coming forward pretty early on, but I mean, it's just 150 very quick nodes left. The simple hurdle here, just the medium tech sector. Yeah, this is the time and place to really be in P3 with uninhibited downhill movement. Some little pieces of recovery despite a big move. And then we need to think about when to come forward. I think before this reasonably shallow climb here. The peloton doesn't have enough juice in it to... maybe even before the tech sector. Yeah, peloton does only have 2 attack points left. So yes, it's time to get to the front. I mean, we have a lot to lose and little to win here. Yellow jersey is safe. We're at the front. So in P1, right before the tech sector. And the move across wasn't too bad. And they are moving into a perfect place right before this little climb. I think this is where the peloton will be dropped. It's very likely for the favorites to go instead to here to there. I think they can jump from there to there if they want to. And that is the jump they are making. I wonder if they are going to take this unblocked node up here instead. That would be a great launching point from there to go into this sector here and then basically across the line in 2 turns after this. Big moves, but let's see if anyone dares to go there. I think so. Let's see. Samuel is definitely not following along. He should, in fact, calm down a little. The favorites. There they go. A 7-3. Alright, that's easy enough. Follow along with both Gerhard and Klaus. Alright, I'll try to keep at the rear of this group with Gerhard, even though that costs me an additional attack point. I think it's worth it with just 2 turns remaining. And this big move by Uwe Sommer is going to take us into the position where we can cross the line on the next turn. And Klaus definitely has more attack points to spend. He will be reordered behind, probably. And that was exactly the case. So now, we do need to do some calculations here. What is the best spot to be in, and how to win this with Gerhard? He's a decent sprinter in this circumstance, with very weak riders. Let me do some super math. Super sprint math. So first of all, what we need to notice is that there is no relay. So the furthest move is going to win, but there's momentum blocking. So if someone moves a fair amount of distance, which Uwe almost certainly is going to do. Let's see, he has a +1, so he's going to max out at a, well, he has 4 left then, and in terms of attack, so that's an 11 +1, and that's +12. Let's see where that gets him. Ooh, this just about gets him to the finish. To there, if I calculated right. That makes things interesting. And well, if he does, then we do get a maximum of 8 slipstream here. It might be on the order of 7 instead, because I don't think it's quite fast enough at 22 to trigger that much slipstream. But this would block a lot of nodes ahead of him, so no one has that much additional power to get beyond. So let's say he's actually going to be the first one across the line and lands there. Klaus can follow, probably using 1 attack point, and needs 1 to jump. He only can spend... so he's going to build 1 or 2 velocity. Then we have Khalid here, who is quite weak. He's also going to build 1 velocity, it looks like. And then we get into really weak stuff. So I don't know about these guys. I think with Theo also being a little on the weak side, he has a +12 as well. He won't be able to pass everyone here, so I'm going to move ahead of him. And don't see Julian here as a major threat, so I'm going to move ahead of him as well. But I'm going to stay behind Khalid. He does have the extra sprint in him. So let's go there. Let's see what happens. See if the calculation there was correct. And yes, okay. So that's a good start. We didn't use an attack point, so we can, in fact, go here and jump and build 2 velocity. I wouldn't mind if Gerhard doesn't win this, and if Klaus instead remains further to the front, so that's fine. Then we have him building 2... Ooh. I did not expect him to get that far ahead, but yes. That's still... Is it fine? It is just about fine. Look at that. This is exact... No, this is 6, so perfect. So 1 + 3 + 2. Boom. Win. There we go. Gerhard Seidel wins the stage in a beautiful little sprint. And everyone is across the line, well rested for helpers. And this is looking fantastic. Look at that. Gerhard Seidel leading the bunch. And in the overall, Klaus Fuchs and Gerhard Seidel still up front. There's someone who snuck between Klaus and Gerhard in terms of those points. And Andreas is happily leading the bunch in the mountains. So far, so good. And this is the big one. And when we look at the favorites here, we see a clear favorite. And that is Gerhard Seidel. That doesn't happen often. We do have some competition here from a very high energy climber. But he's not the fastest. So he does have an advantage in that climb over Gerhard. And then there's Theo Walter as well. Not as much energy. And fitness trough. So he's slow. Yeah, I don't think he's much of a threat here. Although he does have the +1 in flat as well, which kind of suits the stage. Who is this? Adrian Suarez. 32 attack points left and 57 energy. So the first mountain was climbed in a very orderly fashion. I decided to not move back to P3 in this one because it's so short, like halfway stage. We already need to be at the front again, so I don't think we're making up that extra energy by being in the back. Alright, so I expect the favorites to come forward on that next turn. Where are they right now? Everyone is in P2 already. Okay, that's looking as expected, really. Easy move to the bottom of the climb. And now the fireworks can start. Marco Longo is not a threat, because he has plus 3 turns and 85. And Theo Walter is the one that we need to focus on. Just to make sure, I'm going to assign a few pins here for who's the important one and who's not. Okay, quickly assigned a few pins, and now, let's see what happens. Klaus is bonus, optional. If we can get him across this thing in a reasonable fashion, then all the better. But what we also need to do is to get Andreas Heinrich up there, and potentially, I don't think that's possible with his low energy. He needs to make some big moves and just try and go for it, because he will make the cut line anyway, the time limit. But he does have a shot at going at it and grab some points too. How many points are there, by the way? It's just 7, as I thought, so he has already his points secured. For this first move, we are still getting some slipstream. 2 to be exact, it looks like. 2, 3. Yeah, 3 slipstream. That's excellent, so that's very efficient. Going to make use of that. We do need to be efficient, especially with Andreas. Okay, so 2 riders are going. None of the ones that matter so far. And there the favorites are coming. Alright, a few more stickied ones are staying. That's the sprinter dude who outsprinted us in the last one. And then we have 3 candidates here. This is the one that we need to move with. So, we're going to do exactly this. 0 slipstream for this one. And it looks like in the following moves there will be 0 slipstream. Because we have the 12 mountain and then a 14 mountain segment there. And that's probably going to be jumped in 1 turn each, and then across the top will be a bit of a fight. I don't think Andreas will really make it. He's capable of 1 more turn of full movement. He got so far, and yet it doesn't matter. Look at this. He can go to there, and then he's empty. He has nothing. Nothing left. Or does he? Wait a sec. No, he does have... For the next turn, he does have 4 left here, and then he does have nothing left. So yeah, that's nice and all, but he can't actually make it across. So no points for Andreas Heinrich. So he goes on the attack. YOLO! Oh no, wait a sec. He could lead out Gerhard. Does he want to? No, he doesn't. Gives him 0 slipstream, so this is unnecessary. And Gerhard is the best sprinter of this bunch. And Gerhard isn't either possible to jump this hill in 2, just barely not. So that is probably something that I should have taken a look at before. That if we had moved 1 further, we would have had the situation where Gerhard can reach, and thus easily take the stage solo. That wasn't the case. But I do want to have a nice jump over it all, so... What I'm going to do is take Gerhard and Klaus together in a little bit of an attack here away from them, 3 nodes ahead, and see if we can move somewhat more efficiently across this to not have any max attack move in there. And this one is looking good. If we go here, then we can jump to the end of the tech sector in the next move without using max attack. I think these guys are actually going to join us there. But yeah, okay, let's just go for it. This is seemingly a good move. And no, they're joining. They're joining up with my dud rider, who, by the way, is completely empty. 0-0. Okay, I think I'm going to rejoin them at this spot. And if they don't want to move into that, well, then we have just outright won it, right? But we currently don't need to make up time. We just need a few more sprint points, if anything. So let's go there and rejoin them. Yep, everyone's back. Okay. Ah, beautiful. And they didn't want to spend any more attack points on reordering behind me. That's probably for the better. But that also means that there will be no surprises. Let's just follow along. Wow, these riders are all knackered. It's the only one who has anything left is Gerhard Seidel and Uwe Sommer. So Uwe Sommer does have a really nice plus 13. That's pretty solid, just for movement, that is. And the guy in front of him, not so much. Marco Longo has a plus 8. Is he momentum blocking the movement of Uwe Sommer? That would be my question here. Well, regardless, I don't think that matters too much because this positioning is reasonably solid. And if we want to get a win here, I would say that even if he's there and he can build some momentum blocking, he can only maximum block by 1. Because he has 5 attack per turn. And he needs to pass 5 attack per turn, minus 1 in sprint. So he has 4 attack points to spend in sprinting. So if this move is so slow that no attack points are spent, then this means he can build a maximum velocity of 1. That's not much. Then we have Theo Walter here, who can spend 2 attack points. That means he can just move, but not build velocity. And that means we can pretty easily get past. Well, Klaus can get past 1 rider. Gerhard Seidel can get past, with that velocity, 4 riders. So to give Klaus a bit more of a chance, does that even matter? No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, but yeah, he moves up a little further, like this. Okay, let's go like this, and now Sprint! Sprint, Gerhard, Sprint! Schnappere! Schneller! Schneller, schneller! Uwe Sommer takes it. Oh, okay. He did manage to overtake. No, to reorder there. Okay, no, this is exactly how we thought it would play out. So that's the 2 velocity there, and that was a very simple move to follow. Gerhard Seidel. Ah, we couldn't sprint, right? And now just follow, and boop, 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 and boop. And it's another win for Gerhard Seidel. He's just too strong, isn't he? But, well, easy tour and major fitness peak. But that also means that Klaus keeps his 2nd place finish. And Gerhard did manage to... Oh, Klaus is so close to being 2nd there too. That is impressive, though. Okay. Race summary, please. And our sponsors are just like, oh my god, mind blown. Yes, this was a focus race. So we get 1x the prestige gain. That is a lot. A clean sweep, but I want to remind you of that it was the attack on the very first stage that did mean that we were able to make this happen, because that is where we got our gap, and that was across this climb right there to the end of the tech sector, if I remember rightly. Anyway, very solid performance indeed. And let's just quickly see, do we have any level ups? No. It was too easy a tour to win. It does have low prestige, and thus it doesn't give as many XP points either for riders that are reasonably high level already compared to the tour prestige level. Anyway, well, that was good. So, what does that mean? It means that! Another one off the list. And I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.